Welcome to Mike and Josh T. Squatch. This is a sports podcast where two childhood friends try to teach me, Squatch, a little something about something. Tonight, I am joined with, of course, the lovable, the wonderful, the Mr. Mike Cox.
Hola.
Yeah.
Yep. There we go.
I missed it.
Skipped it.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Hey, you know. And then we got everybody's lovable bad boy over here with us, returning again. Oh, no, not that one either. There we go. There we go. Hi, Josh.
You know what? It's kind of funny. You guys, play that little intro skit because that's what Squatch over there hears every time he goes to the bathroom.
You mean that one?
Yeah, that one too.
I definitely hear that. That's for sure.
Apparently it's not up the right way.
So how's it going, guys?
I don't know.
How are we doing?
You guys hear anything? You guys hear about anything?
About what?
Sports related?
Sports related. I've been in a corner for like the last 2 weeks.
Just the dumb shit.
Yeah. There's plenty of dumb shit out there right now.
Tebow officially signed today.
Oh man.
Yep.
Gonna make it in time for Jacksonville's very first OTA.
Hey. Well, on the other hand of that, like the polar opposite end of that, I'm happy about it. All right.
Yeah.
The Giants signed up Kelvin Benjamin and put him to tight end.
Try him at tight end.
I'm like, it's about time.
It's worth a shot.
You know what? He was about the same height as Hawkinson.
Well, he's 6'5", and he's probably going to come in around 245, 250.
Yep.
But we know when he gets up that big, he does lose that top end speed.
But top end wide receiver speed and top end tight end speed, it's two different things, man.
But for all the shit that kid got, if you go back to his first 3 years,
Right.
the kid can produce.
Yeah. Now he can climb the ladder, man.
So for a guy like that, a trier for just a flyer
Right.
for a tryout,
Right.
Why not?
Why not? What's it going to hurt?
Production's at least been there.
Right. And he can stay in on the field and do his job. So the way I looked at it, I was like, this is a win for him. I wish they would start doing that a little bit more because, it's a passing game now,
Yes.
in the NFL. So why not have these guys that have great hands, can catch at a high point, and because they can't really hack it as wide receivers because they don't have that top end.
Right.
Why not throw them there? They got the size.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
And I understand all the business about, you got to have the Rams defense. Do you really?
Right.
Yep. Let's take Tampa Bay's defense last year. Super Bowl winning defense.
Right.
They had Levante David and Jason Pierre-Paul both on that defense, correct?
Right.
Okay, let's go back to Pittsburgh, Kansas, when Cam Newton was quarterbacking in JUCO,
Oh, yeah.
where he played at our football stadium.
Yeah.
He had nobody on that team. That defense he was going against had both of those two on it.
Mm-hmm.
He smoke showed them.
Right.
That was way back when.
Right.
Yeah, you need a couple pieces to be able to make that one play at the right time.
Right.
Outside of that, if you look at every rule in the NFL,
Right.
it's all offense.
Yeah.
It just is.
Yeah. And see, whenever you're saying that, and then you go to that rivalry with Marcus Peters.
Yeah.
All right. Saying, hey, that ain't right, for that defense. But he gets badmouthed a lot. All right.
Yeah.
Peters does.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I really like
Dude
him.
can play.
Because he's gambling.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't mind if my cornerback gambles.
You have to.
Exactly.
Corners are not allowed to play receivers straight up.
Right.
You have to gamble. If you
Exactly.
ever want to make a play,
Yep.
you have to gamble.
Exactly. And that's the reason why I've always been like, you know what? My corners, you jam them, press coverage. And you know what? If he burns you, dude.
Yeah.
That's fine. You
the
know
only
what?
thing you can't let happen is him beat you off the line.
Right.
He beat you off the line, that play's over.
Yep. Yeah.
If they don't score a touchdown, that's a mistake on the receiver and the quarterback.
Right. Right. I'm like, that's the reason why I have guys in zone deep. All right. And that their play is to make sure that you don't make that big play.
I'm running
And that's
two-man.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm probably not running cover 2. I want to set my team up with 2-man, where I play man across with 2 deep safeties.
Mm-hmm. Beat it. I mean, that's the thing. You can try to go ahead and nickel and dime down the field, but that's all you're going to be getting.
And each time that you keep nickel and diming, that gives my aggressive playmaker one more opportunity.
Absolutely.
Because you didn't put it in the end zone.
Yep. Yeah, you just see different schemes and everything throughout the NFL, and you're like, what are you doing?
You need a player at each level on defense.
Right.
That's it. Everything else is a piece of paper.
Correct.
Just a body in the. It's kind of like in the NBA. For the longest time, you just needed LeBron and some dudes.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're going to the finals every year.
Yeah.
You give him another dude
Right.
who's not a real
ridiculous.
dude. He's just kind of a dude.
Yeah.
You're winning it all.
Right. Right.
Well, he had D Wade. Yeah, on 2 crutches.
Yeah.
Now, the true super teams, you got to have 2 of them.
Yep.
You have to now.
Yeah.
That's just, they figured it out.
Yeah.
If we don't join up, we ain't beating LeBron and whatever the hell else they put on the court with him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the reason why Golden State, I mean, they like Kevin Durant. We got to go get him.
Yeah,
We got to have our heir apparent match
yeah.
because,
It was a smart play.
yeah.
And everybody on that team knew it.
Yeah.
The players first. They're like, screw that. We don't have to go through that again.
Right.
What's the best way to not go through that?
Right.
Well, let's put him on our team.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't have to go through it anymore.
That's right.
Everybody else does. I like that.
Oh, and back to the NBA. Here we go. Which I got to say, Pistons sealed down their second worst record in the NBA.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Took care of that. So,
Hey, I got to give a big old shout out to you and the old Pistons franchise. Thank
right?
you.
Right?
And Drummond's playing lights out, man.
Hey, I've always known he can.
Playing like dude's 28.
Yep. I've always known he can. He's never been a guy that's not a good player. He's a great player.
How
Yeah.
do you upgrade Dwight Howard coming off the bench? Yeah. Kicking to the curb and trade for Drummond.
There you go.
It worked.
Yeah. Well, they didn't have to trade for him. He walked in. I mean, because they did the buyout, which is another thing that I hate. Because we had to eat the
Yeah, why are
Blake
you
Griffin.
buying somebody out to not play?
Yeah.
I don't get this.
Well, Blake, he didn't want to play for the Pistons.
Yeah.
So we let him sit out, do his thing. We gave him a buyout. That was the right move to make. Because any other stars that come along your way, they're going to say, well, at least they did that guy right.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I mean, it's Detroit. Haven't been drafted really stellar.
oh, I love the guys we got right now.
Okay.
I love them. I don't know how a second worst record could equate to the guys that we have because, well, I mean, we got some stallions over there, man. We got probably,
Well, something's not firing right.
well, we got a guy that broke Curry's record for the most,
Made threes.
yeah, made threes in a rookie year. And the dude's been popping off like, 5, 6 every game. And he's not taking a whole lot of shots. That's that Sakid Bay guy or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dude is awesome, man. He is. He's astounding.
The greater point I was trying to get to was I don't see a whole lot of stars choosing to go to Detroit right now.
No, they won't. No.
So to me, buying out Griffin or not is kind of irrelevant.
Well, the way they got everything going with Casey as the head coach right now, because they had to go, hey, just young and potential.
You have to.
That's all they did. They're probably going to get either the first or second pick in the lottery. Hopefully, they have good odds.
The way it's going right now, I'd much rather have the number 2 overall pick
Why is that?
or even the number 3. Because everybody's been jacking off the number 1 overall pick.
Okay.
if you look at total overall performance,
Right.
just take the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Who's performed better, number 1 or 2 or 3?
Oh yeah. I mean,
It's 2 and 3.
right. But on top of that, though, I mean, making a certain individual your number one pick, it really depends. I mean, yeah, on what the team there is, what they're drafting, what they have,
Right.
all the rest of that. So, you're probably talking about like Wiseman and for who's that, Golden State?
Well, I was more focused upon, my guy going number 2, Barrett
Yeah.
dropping to 3,
Right.
and you look at Zion going number 1.
Right.
Everybody knows that Zion's talent level is there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we're still racked with the same fears that we were racked with his first year and only year of college.
Injury.
Yeah, they're still coming true.
The injuries.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hasn't been able to just play.
Right.
I think if the kid could just play,
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
he's a 20-10 guy right now. I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty damn decent. The only drawback to that is when you have him. And
I think if you just had him,
Yep.
well, he's 30 and 15 easily.
Right.
Easily.
Yeah. I mean, I can't dog him out because the potential.
No, he's a force.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. The talent level
Right.
is there.
Right.
But the overall production.
Right.
Look at what R.J. Barrett's doing in New York right now.
Right.
Getting no credit for it.
No, but they will. They will. Actually, New York is one of the up and coming teams, and everybody's really
they're right there.
Yeah. Everybody's like, oh, geez, what happened with these guys? And that was where Randall started really coming into his own. Lakers guy that me and we both really loved him. So
you know it's a double-double every night.
Right.
You know what it is now? Still a double-double every night.
Right. What's wrong with that?
He's developed his mid-range game.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
his mid-range is a lot better.
Yep. Well, you need that element, and as I've always said, as a person gets older, you better develop your jumper. All right. It does not matter who you are, LeBron James to anybody.
Yep. Kobe.
You need to know how to shoot the
Both
ball.
of them used to play at the rim.
Right.
First 6-7 years in the league.
Right.
Then they started transitioning where they started developing mid-range.
Right. Right. And it's a process, and it's a long process of being able to, because you don't typically just become a good shooter overnight. You have to just work on it. And
How long did Shaq work on free throws?
And you know what surprises me about that is the underhand grandma
He would
free
have been
throw.
fine. He could have hit 70%.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah. He did that before, and he
It's
got
a better
coached.
trajectory for his body.
Yeah.
Yep. He got
But
coached
it's
up.
It's not camera friendly.
Right. And that was the only thing.
All it was.
Man, who cares about the camera? I'm here to win the game.
Hey. You remember a long time ago when White Man Can't Jump?
Yep.
Oh, man.
All right. Where he's like, you'd rather look good and lose than look bad and win.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the way ever since that movie, that's been the mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've always said, I really don't care what my game would look like.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Care what those hands look like.
Yeah.
Are they full of rings or not?
Exactly.
Because each ring comes with a bonus.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm pretty greedy. Pretty greedy.
Yeah. Robert Ory was pretty greedy too. He got enough rings.
Big shot, Bob.
Yep. Dang. That boy. Lights out every time. Pass inbounds to him. He's like, I'm taking it. It's going in.
Okay, so since we hit that young up-and-comers, let's kick it back to the NFL and these old, rewashed, and you can include NCAA too.
Okay.
All right, both of them. These old, rewashed.
Oh.
Yeah, Pete Carroll hit.
Yep.
Not everybody's Pete Carroll, fucker.
Yep.
You know how we know that? That dude's been a head coach at 5 different spots, tanked every franchise.
Right.
Well,
By all means, let's give him another chance.
Right.
I was also going to say nobody's like Pete Carroll because he outlived them all.
Yeah.
And I don't take the offense that everybody else does to be enemy. And Oh, Leftwich not getting head coaching jobs. They don't need it. They've already got them.
Right.
Everybody knows for a
just
fact
gotta wait.
Andy Reid is at the end of his career. He's about ready to hang it up. Gee, who do you think's taking over?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah.
You would think.
Arians has already told everybody, I retired once.
Right.
But it's coming quick back. And the only reason he came back is because every one of his assistants that he had in Arizona
Yeah.
were open.
Yeah.
He didn't come back the year before because they were all hired elsewhere.
Yeah.
Right.
He waited for him to
Do
be
their
unemployed.
thing. Yep.
It's like, hey, you want to get the gang back together? So those two, they're set. They're
Right.
fine.
Right.
Nobody needs to cry for them.
Right.
But you look at all of these other jackwings, like, dude, you already know what you're getting. Why?
Right.
I mean, like Florida State, they just paid Willie Taggart $18 million to not be their head coach. Gus Malzahn got paid $22 million to not be a head coach. And who do they bring in to replace him? Some young dude out of D2 or 1AA? Nope. The same retread bullshit you see walking around everywhere, and they can't
Yep.
figure out why we're Auburn,
Yeah.
why we're LSU.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're not Saban or Sweeney, you're pretty irrelevant.
Unfortunately, it seems to
And you're
go
not
that
gonna.
route.
And you already know, if you hire one of these dudes that couldn't beat him for the previous 20 years, what makes you think you're gonna beat him now? You're not. You gotta pull a Saban or a Sweeney.
Right.
You gotta go get one of those guys that was that.
Right. Well, or you could actually go to the well. All right. And there's quite the deep well of talented coaches that are out there that haven't gotten a shot.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
Instead of these retreads,
Right.
that you already know what you're getting.
Yeah,
Well,
we really
we can
need
give
it.
him $2 million a year because Florida State's already paid him $18 million to not
Right.
coach.
Right.
Why would you do that?
Exactly.
You're setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah. Well, nowadays you're going to need a scout for your next head coach. I mean,
That's the problem with it. They're hiring scouting firms. They don't even
Right.
go pick their head coach anymore. They pay a firm $250,000 to go find them coaching candidates.
Is
Right.
that how Adam Gase still keeps getting jobs?
hey.
Well, and dare I say this, but we've got another one on the way.
Right.
We've got another one on the way. It's LaFleur in Green Bay.
Ooh.
Before he got the head coaching job at Green Bay, he was the offensive coordinator in Tennessee. Responsible for the 29th overall ranked offense in football. Hey, he jumps up to number 1. Why? He's that good?
Nah. Nah, he's not that good.
I do think we've got a little bit of the Manning effect going on in Green Bay right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Very well could.
Coach, and you notice coaches on the news every day.
Right.
Oh God, please, whatever happens. I need it. Aaron's got to be back here.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't want to be Adam Gase.
Exactly. That's why I'm it shocks me because whenever they drafted Love, I was like, this better be like a
I understand the thought process behind it.
Right.
Ain't no way in hell I would have ever done it.
right.
No.
And I'm like, it would have been one thing if they outright drafted him in the second round.
Right.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But trade up to the first
To
round.
the first round.
That's where you go, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And I understand, if you want the 5th-year option on that quarterback, okay. But it's going to cost a lot. for
But that 5th-year option does
Yeah.
you no good unless you're going to play that quarterback.
Correct. You can draft him for trading material. If there was a certain guy.
Right. But is anybody giving a first-round pick for Jordan Love?
No,
Are they giving a first and a third?
exactly.
Because you want to at least get back what you put into it. Well,
Exactly.
That's a first and a third.
Right.
Nobody giving you that.
Right.
No.
You'd
Not
be
unless
lucky
he's-
to get a third.
Yeah. Not unless he's playing. Now, if he's playing, that's a different story.
Well, he might get his opportunity.
Yep. But then,
If he gets his opportunity, I bet LaFleur walks into that GM's office and beats the shit out of him.
right. Hey, it's what it is. And hey, I'm not dogging that Love either, because dude does have major league arm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, out of the past.
And the only reason that his senior season was down so much was because he pulled a Drew Lock.
Yep.
I'm hanging on to help transition to the coaching staff. Get
Right.
a completely new coaching staff come in.
Yeah.
Which
They
was cool.
completely changed
Oh
it
yeah,
up.
that's super
I mean,
cool of the
yeah.
player to
Yeah.
do that.
It's a hell of a high character move.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
He's a way better human being than I am.
Absolutely.
My ass would have been kicking
I'm
around.
out.
Yeah.
No, he's super young. I mean, he was what, 21 when he came out from the draft, anyways.
Yeah.
So he fit right on the underscore part of it. He got a huge arm, got decent accuracy, moves well. There's a lot of
There's a lot to
great
like about
traits,
it.
yeah, that he has.
And his size is.
Yep, his size is good. Yeah, 6'4" or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand all of this stuff. Now, if you had, I don't know, let's just say a different quarterback.
Like
One would,
anybody.
yeah.
Like if I'm sitting with Drew Brees,
Right.
who I
Yeah.
know has to stop and think every year, am I going to play?
Is
Yep.
this going to be the year? Yeah.
Yep.
Where
Or-
you were left in limbo.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you do that.
And he got pissed off because Pittsburgh drafted a quarterback in the 3rd round.
Right. He got mad about that.
He was
Yeah, he did.
pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Even though he was jerking him off, I don't know if
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
come back.
Yeah. I'm like, you
And they
got to
spent
have
a
somebody.
3rd round pick and he was livid.
Right. Like, how are you going to treat me like this? Dude, you keep saying you're going to retire.
Pulling a Favre on us, man. You
yeah.
said you're going to
Yeah.
retire 7 times.
Yeah, if it's, year in,
Yeah.
year out like that, I'm sorry. That's what you get. Now, Brady, he's like, man, I'm gonna play till I'm 50.
Well,
That dude probably will.
Right.
with the ways that the rules are set,
Yep.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you're out there throwing, man.
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't got to do a whole lot.
How many?
Yeah.
You know, how many times last year did we see Brady run outside the pocket?
Twice?
No, I said outside the
Outside.
pocket, not a
Oh.
QB sneak across,
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
across the goal line.
yeah, that's
outside the
it.
pocket.
There was a
He
partial one.
doesn't.
There was a partial one. I'm pretty sure he stepped a toe out of the pocket.
I don't know. Not with that offensive line.
No, he didn't
he's-
need to.
Yeah.
He's smart.
Yep.
Once you leave that pocket, you become Dak Prescott. This is
Uh-huh.
what pisses Russell Wilson off. He knows that,
Yep.
Oh,
but he knows that's the only way he can move the ball. He doesn't jump outside of that pocket anymore unless there's just no other option. That's
Right.
why he's bitching about his O-line.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't a rookie anymore, dude.
Yeah. You're
I
gonna
know
get me
better.
killed. He's not the biggest guy in the world either.
Uh-uh.
So you can't do that to him. You got to give
And
him
like,
something.
Dak's a good sized boy.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you get chopped down real fast whenever you go outside.
And those guys know, on all 11 of them know, if you're in the pocket, I can't hit you up high. I can't hit you down low. I can't throw you down hard. You know what they're doing once they see your ass outside the pocket?
going
rolling
for it.
over
Drooling.
you.
Yep, going
And-
for it.
And the slowest one of them's 4.8.
Uh-huh.
Still faster than me.
Yeah. That's the slowest one of those 11 dudes out there. Still running a 4.840.
Yeah, he catch me. He catch me from behind.
And he's drooling because he ain't been able to hit you for 45 minutes.
Yep.
Because he knows the second he does, he's getting flat.
Uh-huh.
Now you're outside the pocket.
Yeah, I can lay on you, dude.
Yep.
That ass be mine.
This one's personal.
It is. The defenders take it personal.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
Abandon that pocket at your own risk. I mean, every offensive coordinator needs to take that play completely out of their playbook. Ooh, not doing it.
Bootleg.
Why don't you boot this?
Bootleg, coach. This is a bootleg.
Think those bootlegs are sweet? Ask Steve Young.
It's a bootleg, coach.
He's best bootleg, play action bootleg quarterback ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet if you sit him down and ask him, he don't like those bootlegs anymore.
I don't do the bootleg. Now, what are we going to do with Cam?
I'm actually excited for Cam. This is if anybody would have paid attention, we've talked about it for over a year now.
Mm-hmm.
New England was never going to have a good year last year.
Right.
The only reason they won 4 games, 6 games, whatever it was,
Yeah.
was solely because of Cam Newton.
Yeah.
3 starting offensive linemen set out. Does that matter?
Typically.
Yeah.
They did have a good replacement on one of them. Just saying.
On one of them.
Yep.
There you go.
30%. It's awesome.
Well, he's top 10. He filled in for right tackle. That's right. He was top 10 in PFF ranking.
Which would have been great if you would have still had your left tackle.
He plays left guard though.
Yeah.
But
They had to flip him over.
Yeah.
But
he
I mean,
transitioned.
And so the whole left side of the offensive line's gone.
Right.
Center, yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
Those don't matter.
Yep.
And
You need
then
one of those?
they lost 8 defensive starters just because they set out.
Yeah.
yeah.
And if everybody looked, they had no cap money to replace anybody because of kicking the Brady can down the road.
Right.
That was 40 mil, whether he played for you or not.
Right.
If he played for you, you're just adding on top of that 40 mil.
Yeah.
You're not signing shit.
Yep.
So them getting Cam Newton on the cheap, whew,
Well, they had to.
whew,
They
that's
had
the
to
only
get
way
him
they
on.
could get
Yeah.
him.
That's the only way.
Yeah, they had plenty of money to get him.
Yeah.
They're not like Davis and Oakland when they were still in Oakland, where he had to pawn the van.
Right.
Tell the hairdresser, no, we can't cut the dude this week.
I got a bowl at home. We'll make it work.
Pinching pennies. No, they had plenty of money, but the cap room was not there.
Right.
They were cap handicapped.
How long do you think Belichick will give him a leash for, though?
I think it's real slim.
Yeah, because of the Mac.
Yep. Think it's real slim.
Because he doesn't draft first-round quarterbacks.
No.
He doesn't do it.
No.
Well, but Bray, never mind.
He just don't do it.
Yeah, he was totally first round.
The only time that he actually had a higher pick for a quarterback was
Garoppolo,
Garoppolo.
second round.
Yep. So, and he's a starter.
Yeah.
So, I mean, bottom line is, he's right on a lot of that.
Yeah. He knows who he doesn't want to coach against.
Yeah.
Right.
He knows.
Right. I love this place.
So, stupid question.
I like-
Again, looking way forward into this.
Forward.
I hate this. So, game 4 of the season,
Yep.
we got Brady
Yep.
going to New England. Do you think Cam will be there, or do you think it'll be Jones? I mean, that's
Ooh.
4 games. And again,
I hate to make
anything. It's such a prediction because it's so far ahead.
Okay,
Anything
tell me
can
the
happen.
first 3 weeks.
All wins.
That's what I mean. Who do they play week 1 through 3?
Oh man, I don't know. Looking at that's why I said it was so stupid because
Yeah, you got to look at exactly who they're playing.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that's
You
what
got to do,
matters.
the whole ordeal
Now,
with
technically, they should be 3-0 rolling into that game. The AFC, I'll call it right now, it's going to be New England and KC in the championship game.
it. Right.
yeah,
I don't see there's a way around it.
I can see one possible way.
What wrench are you trying to throw in there?
Tennessee. Tennessee is.
I would like it, except Belichick has everybody back this year.
I understand that, but Tennessee. I mean, given Tannehill's progress,
I think he's right there.
yeah. I mean,
I don't think he's going to get any better. I don't think he's going to get any worse.
right.
He's pretty good right where he's at.
Right. But I mean, if you look at that team and how they have their drafts figured out,
I'm more concerned about their lines, as long as they can fill in those holes that they had
Right.
had to let go in free agency.
right?
I think that'll be the telltale.
Yep.
But either way, I still think it's going to be a tough ask to get over New England.
to answer your question, for the Patriots, they're going to play Philly,
That's a win.
Miami,
That's a win.
the Jets.
That's a win. They're 3-0. And it's probably Cam Newton rolling into that game.
Okay.
Yeah.
And could be the kicker. They're probably going to... That game's in New England.
Yes.
Right.
They're probably going to win that game. And this is just, just looking at shit from way far away without any context or, any visualizations. New England at home, I like that.
I say you got 3 cupcakes placed in front of you. All right. Yeah, New England will win those games.
Absolutely.
But you could also get some Mac Jones.
Get some playtime for him in
Right.
those games.
Because I don't see any of those 3 games being close.
Now, here's where I'm getting. If Cam Newton's ineffective, all right.
In any of one of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, it's going to be, I would say that's going to be a quick hook.
Yeah. And it could be a quick hook because if he doesn't, this is just saying, if he doesn't make that progress and say, okay, that last year was last year, this
Right.
year is this year.
Right.
And I
But
know
we
how,
had no offensive line. Our
Right.
running game was trash.
Right. And
I mean, McDaniel didn't get to do anything he wanted to do.
Correct.
They were just making shit up on the fly.
Right.
Yeah.
And if he becomes ineffective with moving the ball down the field, I could definitely see Jones playing in that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
I could see it week 1.
Right. I mean, that's the thing, though. Belichick will give you the hook.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care who you are.
No.
He proved that to me in the Super Bowl with what was that? Malcolm Butler, or he was like the previous year's Super Bowl
Didn't even
MVP.
start him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just said, "No, you ain't playing."
He ain't playing.
So I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if he feels like that this is my best path
That's what
from
he's
this
gonna
point
do.
on, yeah, he'll do it.
I mean, we haven't even got to training camps or anything.
Yeah.
Jones could actually win the job
Right.
in training camp.
Right.
I mean, we saw this shit happen before.
Correct.
With good coaches. Good coaching staffs.
Right.
We'll tell the GM, sit on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm starting the best player.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't care what you paid who. That's a you problem.
Yep.
We saw it in Seattle with Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Brought over Shithead, gave him a huge free agent contract.
Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn, yes. Drafted Russell in the 3rd round. Training camp.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson's our starter.
Yep.
Period.
And
And then they proceed to cut Flynn.
yeah.
Bye.
Yep.
Kick
And-
bricks, dude.
and
Ain't
and
the money.
And the foregone conclusion to that is turning the ball over.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can't turn the ball over. I won't put too much on your plate. You just can't turn the ball over.
If I do put too much on your plate,
Right.
then you're allowed a little longer leash.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
we're asking you to do a lot.
Right.
Like what Cam went through last year.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I don't know that he's ever been asked to do that much in his NFL career.
Right.
And that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
That dude's been asked to carry a huge load his whole career.
Right.
I think last year was the biggest load he's ever had to carry.
Absolutely. Before, he had other players on the teams.
Yeah. He had at least a couple running backs, and he had one dude that could run really fast that way.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And at least a makeshift offensive line.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had none of that last year.
No,
Yeah.
no slack whatsoever.
No.
And still had to do everything.
Right.
And I think that's why they went ahead and we're going to pay you.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to pay you a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're actually going to have a team this year.
Yeah. We'll actually give you this is your real tryout this year.
Yes. That's just a pat on the back at saying, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And New England still got their quarterback that they wanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, man, that is crazy.
That draft was ridiculous.
That's crazy. How does that just fall in your lap? I mean,
Well, and just think, Chicago finally didn't stick it up their own ass for once.
right?
Just a decade or so in the making.
They're like,
Shit, we got a quarterback. Huh. And we didn't make a dumbass trade to do it.
right,
And now they're sitting deep at quarterback.
right.
Like, huh.
How,
You didn't even have to be stupid, and you have quarterbacks now.
right.
With that defense, they're going to be a tough out in the NFC.
Correct. Correct.
Green Bay with no Rodgers, give it up.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's too much to go through. You won't make it through Chicago. There's no way.
Yep.
In Minnesota, they're just not going to be bad.
No.
No.
Cousins might not ever be great. He's never going to be bad.
Right.
No.
And the whole turnover thing. Anybody actually pay attention to Rodgers' numbers last year?
Yeah.
His passing attempts.
Yep.
And his, 4 picks?
4 picks.
That's the whole,
Right.
I don't turn the ball over.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe PFF went back through and graded every single one of his pass attempts.
Yep.
And out of all 4 of the picks, not one of them was his fault.
Right. Yeah. Well,
I buy that.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
like I said,
I mean,
you
come
got to
on,
have
man.
receivers that'll catch the ball.
Yep.
And,
Well, they kept Devontae out a little longer to make sure the ankle was healed.
right?
I mean, good call.
I get it. I would have done that too. But I can also see Aaron's frustrations.
Right.
All he wanted was, hey, I'll give you a little cash back. Keep Jordy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep Jordy.
Right?
No.
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 Didn't even call him.
No.
Hey, we're cutting your boy.
No.
Nothing.
They offered him league minimum.
Yeah.
Ooh.
League minimum. They offered him.
Yeah.
He signed for,
Yeah, I would have
it
cut
was
him
like
a check.
5
I would have cut him a check myself, man.
from
Oakland.
Oakland. Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Dude can catch.
Not bad for a safety from Kansas.
Right? Dude can catch. That's all I know.
Speaking of, I was going to ask your opinion on that. JB going to Vegas.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love
Me
it.
too.
Yeah.
And look, he's with Carr.
Yeah.
Right.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Then after that, that was made, I was like, huh. Well, Buffalo's gonna be okay, I guess. But Vegas,
No, Buffalo will be fine.
yeah, it'll be fine. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna be picking them every week like I did last year. Though.
Lions got the other receiver from, well, the Raiders.
Yeah.
So, Williams,
Yeah. Yep.
which I think that's going to work out pretty good.
Should be okay.
I think it,
I like Terrence Williams.
yeah.
You know, there's gonna be some chances there in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can be a number 1. He can be a number 1 there.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if he can be.
Yep.
He's gonna have the opportunity.
Yep. He can be a number 1. But Brown guy that they drafted,
Yeah.
I think he's probably going to be the
That
a
would be my
standout.
guess.
So, I really do. 3rd round pick, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when I watched Cortland Sutton drop into the 2nd round.
Right.
Michael Gallup dropped to the 3rd round.
Yep.
These are 1st-round receivers. What are you idiots doing?
Yeah.
A.J. Brown, 2nd round. I mean, he's the best receiver in the draft, dude. What are you...
Yep.
Whatever.
Hey. You learn to live with these
Whatever.
things.
Yeah, JB's now the number 1 deep threat in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Ruggs can run really fast.
He can. The dude is
Has a hell of a
fast.
time running a route
That's-
or holding onto the ball.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
JB can run any route you want
Yep.
and hold on to the ball.
Right.
Whatever.
Hey. Ruggs got upside.
Upside.
I'm out.
Remember that
I'm
potential.
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 And that's what I get it in certain instances,
Yes. Me too.
but on a pick like that,
Right.
when I had him like my 6th, if I'm being honest, probably 8th best receiver of the draft.
Right.
I didn't have him anywhere in the 1st round. If I would have had to spend anything over a 3rd round pick for him, I probably wouldn't have done it.
Well, can I tell you the reasoning for it?
Alabama and fast.
No. We are watching the Renaissance era of the NFL to where you can be really, really tiny and be really, really fast.
Yeah.
And that's it. All right. Kansas City, because they got 2 guys, Miko Hardman
Right.
and what's his face?
Tyreek. And
Yeah.
we can hit that here in a minute too.
Yeah. And guys like those, Miller from
That's exactly what
Tampa
I'm talking
Bay.
about. What round did Tyreek Hill get drafted in?
Third? Second?
6th.
Yep.
Sixth.
Mecole Hardman
Right.
was the 3rd round pick.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Who would you rather have on your team? Mecole Hardman in the 3rd round or Henry Ruggs top 10?
Right. And that's where I'm kind of getting.
Mecole Hardman's way down on the depth chart in Kansas City because he wasn't a 1st round pick.
Correct.
So he can return kicks and punts.
Right.
Yeah.
Ruggs can't because he's 1st round pick.
Yeah, you don't want to get him
out
hurt.
there returning kicks and punts.
Right. You don't want to get him
He's
hurt.
got 0 value.
Right. My point being to all this was, whenever monkey see monkey do type of, they see it and they go, oh well, we need one of those.
Everybody needs one of those. I'm not saying you don't.
Yeah. So they extend though. They overextend
That's the problem.
and they start reaching. And whenever they start reaching, and it's not only those scouts, okay? We're talking
No,
about.
it's every professional analyst coming across TV.
Thank you. Yep. All
That's
of
the
them.
difference. Those are analysts,
Yep.
not fucking scouts.
Correct.
The
But
scouts probably have these dudes at the 3rd round, but everybody's watching ESPN every week,
Right.
Yep.
and the analysts that everybody's paying to watch,
He's
Right.
number 1 pick. Number 1 pick.
yep, pedigree's there.
Yep.
it never fails.
I'm like,
Never fails.
I love the pedigree thing. The pedigree thing just, it always gets me. I'm like, well, what do you mean by that? Now,
This is not horse racing, you
Right.
jackass.
No,
Right.
what are you talking about? We saw the greatest pedigree with Eli. Come on,
Right.
man.
I'm just like,
And who won both those Super Bowls?
yeah, right?
I mean, Pat McAfee and Coach JB, John Brown, Coach Brown, they talked about it. He even had to, because Coach Brown loves Eli, but he even had to admit, now those 2 Super Bowls, yeah, that defense was amazing.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, those receivers made some hell of a plays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eli didn't win those Super Bowls. What he did was he didn't lose them.
And you know what? And that does say a lot
Yeah, it
about a
does.
quarterback too.
It does.
It does.
Trent Dilfer didn't win a Super Bowl.
Hell no.
You know what he didn't do? Lose a Super Bowl.
Right. But of course, you got a guy. If you're handing off to a guy like that, though,
With that defense,
right,
where you
right.
don't even actually really have to score.
Yeah.
If you get a field goal, that's just kind of a bonus.
Yeah.
now let me go ahead
Now,
and
it's different nowadays.
let me go ahead and at least say this, all right? Because I've never been a huge Eli fan, all right?
Right.
But Eli Manning is a better quarterback than Dilfer, okay? I'm sorry. He contributed more to his team's wins
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
in
did.
my eyes.
he did.
So
No doubt about it.
just because I know some people who listen to the show,
Oh.
and I'm making sure to cover my bases here.
You know,
All
fuck
right.
it, I'm taking Dilfer.
That's it.
All right.
No,
Bathroom
I'm out.
break,
Taking
man.
Dilfer.
All right, we're back from break. So we're just gonna cut this short.
Hey, whoa, quick takeaway from UFC 262. Jacare Souza is one of the toughest dudes to ever walk the face of the globe.
Yeah, that's no longer part of the UFC.
Oh,
Yeah, he got cut from the roster today.
you think? But okay, we heard his arm snap,
Oh yeah.
and when the doctors come rushing in, he didn't tap, by the way.
No.
The ref stopped it because he wasn't tapping. It's the 2nd time in his career he's not tapped to a broken arm.
Yep. Tough.
Him or
son.
Gracie? No. Hodger
Yeah, it was
broke his
Hodger.
arm in gi competition, and he didn't tap and won the fight. Well,
Tough motherfucker.
Knees snapped his arm Saturday night.
Yep.
Ref stopped it. He lost the fight. Doctors come rushing in. He's like, oh, no, it's fine. Go away.
Yeah.
No, he sits there holding his arm, dangling.
Yeah. It was literally
And he's congratulating all the teams, sitting there for the ref to hold everybody's hand up. It's a bad motherfucker.
run him over with a bus, he'd still walk away.
Oh no, he'd get up and stand with the ref so the bus could get its hand raised first. Congratulate it, pat it on the back.
Oh man.
Fucking killer.
All right.
Bellator is gonna win.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good win for Bellator.
Am I allowed to say something kind of cool?
Sure.
Because,
I mean, you've had a year to do so, yeah.
okay. Joey Galloway, Terry Glenn, Randy Moss, Anquan Bolden, Michael Clayton, Marquise Colston,
Yep.
Eddie Royal, Deshaun Jackson, AJ Green,
Yep.
Julio Jones, Keenan Allen, Odell Beckham, Kevin Benjamin, remember him, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Michael Thomas, AJ Brown, Justin Jefferson.
Yep.
All right. All
Pretty
of
good
these.
receivers.
All guys I'd lose a foot race to.
All right. All of these players had over 1,000 yards scrimmage rookie year. Oh, wait.
Yep.
And CD Lamb.
Yep. Didn't CD have 88 catches go along with that? That's after he had the drops early in the season.
I'm just saying, okay, that this is how much time did he get to play along with Dak?
Not much.
Okay, now he also owns the record for the most yardage for a rookie wide receiver for
Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he broke Michael Irvin's,
Yes.
I do believe.
That's correct.
Now, what do you think his stats are going to be for next year in a elongated season?
Really?
I mean,
honestly,
honestly,
Okay.
that's the
You-
reason
you
why.
want, you want my opinion?
Yes.
Okay. He had over. Didn't he have like 1,200?
Who, CD?
Yeah.
Nine and some change.
9 and some change. Okay. So he was just under.
Right.
Just under.
Right.
Okay.
That's receiving yardage.
Right. 8 touchdowns. It was ridiculous. Like 80 some catches.
Yeah, he did really well.
Yeah, yeah. I was a little disappointed. I thought we needed to make better offensive line moves. But everything, and the one thing that I had been delving into and looking at was Dallas and the reason some of the moves were made that were made. Like, I didn't like some of the cuts that were made on the offensive line.
Yep.
On our swing tackle or swing guard. Wasn't real happy about it. Because they kind of, even though they got our ass kicked, they still saved our ass.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Every indicator that I'm seeing coming out of the Cowboys land is Collins 100% healthy. Tyron's as healthy as he's been in 4 years. They're not worried about the tackle spots.
Yep.
That's a big plus. Those two are ready to go for 17. That opens up a lot of shit. And they brought in a lot of young competition. Some of it might be seedy as shit.
Right.
It's kind of the way Jerry rolls. Rolling the dice on these
Yeah.
questionable moral characteristic players in the hopes of production. Because that's what the NFL world is. It's production.
Yeah.
I think Dak's going to be out of the pocket less. I don't think Dak, because, like, go back to the Miami game. When we're steamrolling, just smoke showing him. Dak throws a pick. Why? He comes to the sideline, and when the cameras are on him, sorry guys, I got greedy.
Right.
I think that little part of his attitude, he was kind of getting away from the Dak that everybody grew to love.
Right.
That humble, I'm just the man.
Right.
Not greedy, just humble. I think getting out of the pocket and being greedy, I think he learned his lesson.
Right.
I think Coop probably goes for 1,200. CD, another 1,200. I think you can toss Gallup in for another 1,000 to 1,100. And Famoko, the Stanford kid that we got late,
Yep.
I think you can toss his ass in for 800. I honestly believe Dak Prescott will pull off an Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes yardage year
Oh yeah.
I think he's going to kill 5,000.
Oh yeah.
Elliott, if he pulls his head out of his ass, quits being greedy, I think he has 250, 300 out of the backfield. Pollard, another 300 out of the backfield. And whichever tight end lines up, I think is irrelevant. They're going to get 500 easy. I think Dak blows it out of the water. He was blowing it out of the water last year.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, for that squad, Pollard's one of the most underrated guys on there.
Yeah.
On the team, I would say.
Yeah.
Because everybody kind of gives him as an afterthought. But
It's a nice afterthought.
Yeah, right? I've noticed his game is really tight.
Yeah.
So not even as a complimentary back, I think he could actually end up being a feature.
Do more shit than what he's shown.
Yeah. I think he's more of a feature back than what people have given him.
He can be.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can be that. He can't be the Elliott 25 times and we're winning.
Right.
But I think 20 and the right scheme.
Right.
And you can get him out like a Reggie Bush type.
Right.
Roger Craig type. Even though he's a little bit smaller than both of them.
Right.
In today's NFL.
Exactly. You can swing out.
Dude.
Yeah.
Give a guy space in today's NFL.
Yeah. And because everybody says, he's changed pace back, this and that. I'm like, I think he's a little bit more than just your change of pace.
Change of pace.
Right.
What does that actually mean?
That means not like the other guy you got running.
That means you're not going for 3 yards in a pile of dust anymore.
Right.
That's what a change of pace back is. We want more than 3 yards in a pile of dirt.
Right. Right.
We want 15.
But
now in the modern NFL, which is more beneficial to you?
Yeah.
The 3 yards in the pile of dirt or the 15?
Right. Right.
15.
15 because you got to score. But
So hold up, wait. What's the yardage we're making the prediction on here, though? That's what this whole started.
Yeah,
I call him 1,000 to 1,100.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got any?
And I said easily.
Well, we're going up to what, 17? No.
Yeah, we're 17
17
games.
17 games. Yep.
That extra game with Dak coming back full.
With Dak.
Full.
Yeah.
I'd say at least 13.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's taking over Coop.
And that's where I'm trying to get at is
Coop's pretty fucking good that people don't realize.
Oh, yeah.
is what's going to happen here because you double Coop. Because I would.
Oh, yeah.
I would.
Absolutely.
But if you double him, that means Lamb's going to be your leading yardage guy.
Uh-huh.
But I think it's going to be split between CD, Gallup, and Famoco.
And I hear you there.
And I think that's where those three kind of come back to the pack a little bit because they're going to start torching guys in and out, and you're going to have to slide that double team off Coop.
Yeah. Now, you remember that list?
And if you don't want to do all of that, you're going to get Elliott for 15 up the middle.
That list I just gave you of names.
Yeah.
So you're going to leave him single covered. That means you're going to leave CD single covered.
Where he's going to be positioned on the field, it's not that you're going to, you have to.
Yeah, but what I'm saying here is he almost made 1,000 yards last year, just without.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without Dak.
Well, the big deal was not even without Dak. What I brought up a little earlier, his first 5 weeks of the year, he dropped a lot of passes that were right in the numbers. He had early on in the year, he had a lot of drops.
Right.
You're like, what the hell's he doing? And he was still going for 100 yards.
Right.
I'm like, dude, you would have had 250.
Right.
You'd still be running. You'd be Forrest Gumping this sumbitch. And then later on in the year, as the year progressed, those drops went way down.
Right. Right.
He got better as the year went on, even though the quarterbacks got worse.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my point being is I'm saying
I did not expect any of that from him.
And that I did.
You had him as receiver 1, I had him as receiver 3.
Right. Right.
That's still not bad.
I had him tied with Jefferson.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had Jefferson a step ahead because of the hands.
Right. Right.
The hands and the diversity of he's a little thicker.
Right.
He's not as fast as CD, but he's a little thicker, and the diversity of the route tree.
Right.
it's pretty conducive to an NFL wide receiver right off the bat.
Correct. So I had those guys up together.
I don't think anybody was wrong on this side of the aisle.
Right. But
ESPN, on the other hand,
well, they got their own. But I mean, seriously, looking at it, I'm like, I think he's gonna get 1,500. All right, and I think Gallup could break 1,000. All right, very possible. And I look at your other boy,
Coop.
He's gonna fall down.
You think Coop's falling down?
He's falling
because of all the coverage.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's going to demand and command the double team all the time, even though.
I think after he might for like the first half, but when you're getting torched so much from here, there's so many weapons on that offense that if the offensive line holds up, you can't double anybody. You're screwed.
Right, but that's why I'm getting to this point.
That's kind of the KC effect. Whenever Patrick Mahomes had his starting tackles,
right?
What was he doing?
Yeah.
Where the fuck he wanted?
Right.
What happened when he lost his starting tackles?
Yeah.
Couldn't score a touchdown.
Right.
All the weapons were the same. The quarterback was the same. The only thing that changed was the offensive line.
Yeah.
So I think it all depends upon the offensive line. And I think you'll see those double teams have to pull back and switch and move depending on the formation and shit like that. It's where it's going to depend on your offensive coordinator. Thank God Jerry was smart enough to force McCarthy to keep Kellen Moore.
Right.
Yeah.
Should have forced him to keep Chris Richard and that defense that was dog shit last year. You know what? Wouldn't have been.
Yeah. I was just kind of throwing it out there.
I love the position we're in because
it's a good problem to have.
Because of all the weapons, but also our offensive coordinator. Just like when he got drafted. What was your comment? Sure, I'll read your playbook. Now read mine.
Right.
Yeah, that's my offensive coordinator now. I love it.
Right.
He's smart enough to know let's move some shit around. We're gonna get a double team here. We can do this to open that up, and they're gonna overcorrect to do that to stop this shit. So once they overcorrect, we're gonna move this here, go there. Everybody's gonna be opened up. I don't know that we're gonna have one that really separates himself from the other.
Right.
Because of how good they all are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I get that, but I also think that Coop's been that problem receiver, all right, for opposing defenses. I mean, since he's gotten over to Dallas.
Yeah.
All right. He wasn't that problem whenever he was with
Even
Raiders.
on one leg, he's still that. Oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, since he moved over to Dallas, he's been the feature guy. Yeah. I mean, you remember me at that point in time. I'm like, well, he drops a lot of passes.
Yeah, and I loved it.
Yeah, and you were like,
Get
oh, this.
Ass over here,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, I'll take him. And I'm like, oh, that's a lot to pay. But
you're taking the guesswork out of it.
Right. And,
Guesswork's gone.
Correct.
You're not
looking for a number
on
one.
Potential anymore.
Yep. You were looking for a number one. You went and got him.
The one time Jerry did something right, looking for a number one.
Right. He just got it.
There it is. That's number one.
That's my guy. And since he's been there, he's been number one, and he's been a real pain.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Pretty good
for these defenses. I mean, even so much so that like Eagles, they paid whatever they had to pay to get Slay over there.
Yeah.
Because they knew, hey, that guy's torching us.
Yeah.
I need
something.
I need somebody over here.
Yeah.
You know, and that's whenever everybody went, oh well, that number one cornerback in Washington. Oh, he's not as good as what he used to be now.
Yeah.
Why is that? You know why. I mean, being matched up against that, I mean, well, I'd never liked the Norman guy very much, so.
Right.
And, I mean, since then,
and
that
he's
popped.
one of those guys, like, when you look at, take the same time frame.
Yeah.
Norman and Sherman.
Right.
Same class.
Right.
Both of them drafted low.
Right.
Who ended up being the number one corners in football. Those two dudes.
Right.
Norman got lucky in Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Sherman, a wide receiver at Stanford. Yeah, he might talk like a hood rat. Guess what? Dude graduated from Stanford. Calm
Right.
down.
Pretty smart dude.
He's pretty smart.
Yeah.
Calm down.
Right.
He ain't that.
Yeah.
Calm down. They hit the right schemes.
Right. Right.
Norman wasn't forced to play that press up man coverage where he gets into trouble because he gets, I'm kicking your ass.
Right.
They kicked him back into a zone where he could just not be in somebody's face,
Mm-hmm.
and he could read and react. He's real long, real big, really good at that.
Right.
Because you took his brain out of, you took his fight instinct out of it.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
When did he start getting in trouble? Well, I'm putting you in his face.
Right.
Really, you're going to put that dude with that attitude in that shit talker's face.
Right.
How's that going to work out?
Toast.
They're both, they're both penalized and kicked
Right.
out of the game.
Right. Toast.
Yeah, that was his switch in defensive philosophies.
Right.
So, once the defense coordinator in Carolina changed, Josh Norman's no longer any good there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Goes slurs, they back him back up. Yeah, he's okay.
Right. But he ended up where did he go last year? Dolphins or I can't remember.
I don't even remember.
Right. But anyways,
Just whenever he hit,
Yeah.
it was just the right coach and the
Right.
right scheme
Right.
that just worked.
right.
Where Sherman, I don't know, maybe it's that Stanford education I was talking about.
Right.
A little more flexible.
Right.
Still can't do everything that Jalen Ramsey can,
Right.
but in the right scheme, he's pretty effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very. Very. I think he's got that savvy to him now.
He does.
So I mean that does help because
Well, and him being a receiver in college
Right.
and high school helped him playing corner in the NFL.
yeah. Yeah. Even though I'm not a big fan. Of course, I'm a big fan of Slay, but now he's with Philadelphia, so I don't like him anymore.
And Slay, when he hit the league, great pick, great
Yep.
production, it's perfect. What changed? His fucking coordinator sucks now.
He's still PFF grades him out high.
Because he
Yeah.
is. It's
He-
not his fault.
he's
His
great.
coordinator's a moron.
The problem is his second, third, and fourth cornerbacks that they had a lot of potential. All right.
Every fucking time.
This is Maddox and well, they traded one.
Yeah, but Maddox went a little lower, which,
Right.
okay. If you're drafting on potential, I get it.
Right. Right.
It's not in the fucking first round.
Right. Right. I'm just saying. To me, Cooper is gonna fall back a notch because I think that there's going to be a lot of double teaming and people are really going to game plan around to him, and it's going to open the door for CD to really.
I see that, but I kind of look at it from the other side of the lens where he might drop a little. I don't think he's going to drop that much because I think the other production is going to be way too much to just ignore them
But
and focus everything on Coop every time.
see, and I see what you're saying here, and I absolutely agree.
And
You would think,
I
though,
Right.
none of these coaches have common sense. So to say, hey,
But
these guys,
I'm attributing that more to Dak Prescott than anything else.
Yeah.
Remember when I said I think he's been humbled a bit after this injury?
oh,
Right.
absolutely,
Where he can go back and see, when he's sitting in bed recovering, he can go back and watch the tape of him coming off the sideline saying to his teammates, "Sorry guys, I got greedy."
Yeah.
Right. Fair enough.
I think that's going to be wiped out. You're not going to see any more of that from Dak. I think we're going to see the best version of Dak in the pocket we've ever saw.
Yeah, and I agree. I truthfully believe that his weapons are pretty outstanding over there.
Yeah,
I was just making my point of, Slay's going to be on somebody, okay? And I think Slay.
I think poor Slay is going to get worn out. He's just going to get tossed around like the neighborhood bike.
Here's the thing: Slay's one of the best in the league. All right.
Yeah.
And he's going to probably not be on Lamb.
no,
You see where I'm getting at? I think he's going to be on Gallup at least 2 games.
Well, but the coaching staff's changed.
I understand that.
And their whole team's changed because they did pay a price for, we get an opportunity, let's win now. And so Slay doesn't have a lot of protection in front of him anymore.
Right.
I think he's going to be forced to, even if he's not forced to move around, and Kellen Moore is going to be smarter than the coaches on the other side of the field, and they're going to move people around to put them in positions.
Well, I just feel
I think it's going to be fun to watch it play out.
Yep.
Absolutely.
You take your number one
One
corner,
of us is
you
going to
put
be
him
right.
Yeah, you get your number one corner, you put him on the number one receiver. Now,
But that's not what Dion did. Dion was this is my side of the field.
right.
And that's how they'd scheme around him. So let's see. It
All
can
I
go
know
either
is
way.
There's the Adam Thielen effect, okay?
That's good.
And here's my belief structure with this Adam Thielen effect. All right, which it's my own thing. All right, I coined it.
Yeah,
all
nobody
right?
else is thinking it.
You remember Diggs? All right,
Yeah.
he was the one getting the number one treatment.
Yep.
All right,
Who was torching everybody?
and
It's Thielen.
Thielen comes over there. He does what he does.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
then how was Diggs able to keep making plays? They had no choice but to adjust.
Right.
And I think you're going to see a lot of that shit.
And whenever that happened, okay, so we're going to cover Thielen then. Well, the other guy burns you, right? So you do have a Thielen effect. Now, Jefferson, rookie coming out.
Yeah.
Who's your number one? Is it Jefferson? No. He's not going to be he's not your number one.
Oh, he was my number
it was Thielen
yeah.
who is the number one. And you don't really have to worry about these guys because they're just who they are.
So what
You
you're
know, if they would sit down and actually watch tape,
what? No, nobody does that. So what you're saying is for the first 5 weeks is going to be double coverage on Cup. And then after, is that way CeeDee Lamb can get the overproduction. And then everybody's going to realize, oh, hey, we fucked up.
That's where I'm getting at.
And then,
no, week one's going to be fun.
I think.
oh, yeah.
I think
Oh, yeah.
that's where I think CeeDee's going to get a lot of his yardage from is the first
Couple weeks.
couple weeks. He's going to probably explode. All right. And so if I'm a fantasy guy,
I could see
all right,
500 in the first.
this is a good way of looking and drafting accordingly because you can say, oh, if that's the case, that number one's going to go over there. So that number two guy's going to be on him. He's primed for big receptions, big yardage, right? Fair enough. And then you got the number one receiver on the team. Then you can trade back over to the other one.
Okay, but you got to look at week one matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay is returning all 22 starters.
Yeah, I know.
We said
like
the first couple weeks.
I like it.
Right.
Who's got better weapons, Brady or Dak?
Well, that's tough. That's tough.
That's the showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I think this is a great matchup. It should be fun for everybody. And somebody could get their ass kicked.
Right.
Is it going to determine the season? No, calm down.
No.
It's not like that.
But
It's going to be fun at least.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry. There's some linebackers over there for Tampa Bay that I really like.
I like it. I like all of them. You
All
know
right.
what else I like? All of mine.
Right. Right.
You can say just about the exact same thing
Right.
on both teams.
Except, I think Tampa Bay's secondary is impressive. All right.
It's pretty good.
Extremely impressive. Winfield. Oh,
Yeah,
dude. He
unsung.
was what I said he was. I
That
mean,
was-
this guy.
And I don't get it. That to me, that was a no-brainer coming
Right.
out of college.
Right. I'm over here as a Lions fan. I'm like, you sons of.
Well, see, and that's what I didn't like about our second round.
Right.
Samuel Jr. sitting right there. You take him. Nope, we take this kid from Kentucky. Let's go back and think. That's not a Kentucky dude. He went to LSU. Back in the days of LSU, what we now know, covering everything up. The reason he went to Kentucky was because LSU, of all places, was going to kick him out. That's why he transferred to Kentucky.
See how hard that is.
Massive attitude. Horrible, horrible. just fight, thug, just stupid shit. Brain dead 5 cent. But you know what else happened last year? Who was the Bolitnikoff winner? Not Devonta Smith? Yeah, Alabama.
Yep.
The man, right? When he played Kentucky last year, he had 3 targets and 0 catches. You know why? That 5 cent butt nugget covered him all game.
Right.
That's why the Cowboys took a flyer on him. Because he shut Devonta down.
Yeah.
But whenever you face him against Bob the Knob, he's getting 15-yard penalties because he's acting like an asshole.
Yeah.
Right.
Pass interference, grabbing face masks, just being a douche. Put him up against Devonta. Oh, lights out.
Yep.
Get out of here. I'm not taking a second-round flyer on that.
Hey, it's what it is, man. It's what it is.
How do you go from getting Diggs in the second round to this basket case? So I'm not sold on our corners.
Right.
I like our D-line. I like our linebackers.
Right.
I'm actually not too disappointed with our safeties. I like a lot of things Neil can do. A lot of things all of them can do.
Right.
The only problem is can't have all 4 of them on the field at the same time.
Right. I think Neil will be a starter. My problem is with Neil is
that deep coverage that's a liability.
Well, he's got to tighten it up, but I do believe last year was the year that he came off of the injury from the year before, and stats aren't nearly as good.
No,
but you know what?
They're probably not gonna be.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You have to work back up to game speed.
Exactly. We can't all be Adrian Peterson and come back after the devastating injury
or
and be
even putting it in Dallas terms.
Right.
Alden Smith.
Right.
Set out for 5 years. Comes back 1 game back, 2.5 sacks in that 1 game. And nobody can touch him off the line.
Right.
Nobody does that.
Correct.
That's just ridiculous.
Exactly. I'm just trying to prove my point to where...
Most times that ACL, you can come back in 9 to 12 months, but your full gameplay speed and shit's not going to be back for 1.5 to 2 years.
At least.
Right. And my point being is, if you're a smaller guy, all right, as like Neil is,
he's
all right,
he's 6 foot, 6'1".
Yep.
But he's 215, 225.
Yep.
He's a thick dude.
So for these outside guys, I expect their injury recovery to be about a year. All right.
And you
full solid year. Mm-hmm. And then as far as the gameplay is concerned,
as long as
the continuing year, you should be in it.
Right. As long as everything goes according to plan with no setbacks, where you don't push it too hard.
Now, that's kind of like the exception.
Yeah.
All right, because big boys, whenever they lose a wheel, it's not good.
Gone.
No.
It's never coming back.
Over.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, you can makeshift it back, but it's hard.
Well, you turn in, you go from being a starting left tackle to you're a swing guard.
Right.
That's your best case scenario.
Right.
But you see teams every year reach.
Yep.
That's why Juwan James is so distraught.
Right.
He shouldn't be. Dude, if Miami wouldn't have stuck it in their own ass and drafted you in the first round, you weren't going to get drafted till 3rd. Everybody knew when they drafted you at 17, they way reached.
Right.
Because of your potential.
Yep. Potential. I love that word.
That's exactly what happened. And, we saw the Giants do it several times.
Potential.
With Flowers
and
other guys
yeah.
in the first round.
Right.
Potential.
Yep.
On guys that would have been there in the 3rd round.
Hey. Potential.
And so now he's thinking about suing for $10 million because he got cut. Because he got an Achilles in the offseason.
Yep. Off-season workout. That wasn't at a sponsored team facility. The same thing that happened to the wide receiver, Deshaun Hamilton.
Yep.
And they were about ready to trade him.
Yep.
And same type of ordeal. Now, speaking about that part.
That's when you be a lazy ass American, say, nope, it's in my contract. if I get injured doing your workout that you want me to do, not at your facility, I don't get paid.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to sit here and be fat and happy, thank you.
Right.
That way I still get paid.
Right. So everybody comes in weighing over 300 pounds from your secondary, and then you go, you need to put it in the contract where you guys will pay me.
Yep.
If not, it's cool.
Yep.
I mean, really.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, because right now I'm like, these guys are trying to keep in shape. Let's get this straight. They're not out riding bicycles. They're not out, doing all the. They're trying to keep themselves in shape.
Now, why are they trying to stay in shape?
To play football.
But why are they doing that? To get paid.
Right.
And then you got to be in shape because that college kid.
He's trying to get your job.
He's taking your job because he is in shape.
Yep.
Right. Absolutely. I'm going to cost somebody their job.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to work harder than you because I'm younger.
Yep.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I haven't been through all the shit you've been through. I can work harder than you right now.
Right.
I'm taking your job because
Yep.
I want your contract.
That's right.
And so the older players are at a disadvantage.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So if the NFLPA, it's the worst PA in all of professional sports.
Should have been something negotiated in that.
Yeah.
Something. Anything.
Hey, you got to give them the same amount of time to get in shape that you do the rookies.
Yep. And the whole COVID thing, all right, to where every player who decided to opt out got 80% of their contract, right? And now James doing well. Hey, he's just working out.
He's just working out, trying to come back.
Yep. He ain't gonna make no 80%. If he would have just said no COVID, he would have got his 80%, right? Isn't that how that works? So, so to me, I'm like, all of this that we've experienced, we've seen, it's kind of,
it's all bullshit.
and I ain't never signed no contract to where, I mean, I'm doing something that's going to be job related. All right. So let's just say I went to another employer that does the same thing that we're doing and training on doing something. All right. And I get hurt and my company calls me and says, hey, dude, we're cutting you. You're gone. You know that contract, the salary that you're making? You ain't making it no more. You're done.
No, you're done. You get the guaranteed part, that's it.
Right. To me, I'm like, ain't this some bullshit? I'm like, why even sign it? If you're not going to abide by the contract.
Well, if you're not going to guarantee it.
Yeah.
If you're not going to guarantee it.
Yep. Say, I'll come in while I'm injured. I'll come in.
I'll
Hey.
get my treatment.
Yep.
I'll do everything the contract says.
Right.
At the facility.
Yep. I'll come to every practice. I'll come to every single game. I will do everything possible. Hey, if you want to dress me up, go for it.
These agents need to be better and do better.
Yeah. Yeah. They need to protect the clients better.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
They should all have memos out to every client they have, regardless of sport or business or job or whatever.
Right.
Hey, if it's not in your contract, I don't give two shits
Right.
what they asked you to do.
Right.
Don't do it.
Right.
Period.
Now, certain things I think should protect the employer. If you decide to go out on a shooting spree and somebody shoots you in your face or your leg or whatever,
Yeah.
you know what? Dude, that's on you. I don't think the Broncos need to be paying you. All right. But
If you're hopping on your motorcycle going trolling down the road at 95 miles an hour,
correct.
That's a you problem.
right, Big Ben?
Yeah.
Right? Hey, yeah. Don't think I haven't forgotten about Nate Burleson and his pizza incident. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Detroit paid you a lot of money for that one. Thanks.
Yep.
I got problems. I hold a grudge. Okay. So every time I see him on TV, I think,
Jason Williams.
yeah.
going to be a star in the NBA, taking Michael Jordan's place in Chicago, and gonna do it. The kid was that good. Motorcycle accident.
Man.
Life's all about choices. It's all about choices. He made the wrong one.
Reggie Theus drops dead.
Yep.
Massive heart attack. Practice court.
Yep.
I wonder what happened with his contract.
Oh, back in those days, you know what.
I wonder what
That was
happened
a
with
Harold
his.
and Kumar situation where the GM walked into his family, took the contract, stuffed it down the ass crack of his pants, wiped up and down, threw it on the table, and it was shit stained.
And that's when the owners were making a lot of money, too.
Yes.
They were making a lot of money in the NBA.
I'm still for the players, but the owners are still making the lion's share of the money. Let's not joke around about
Right.
it.
yeah.
Right. Well, the NBA used to be really bad. It used to be really, really bad. I mean, Pippen making, what, $1 million?
Yeah.
For 7 years? $1 million.
Yeah.
And
When
I'm
Jordan
like,
couldn't win a ring without him.
right. I mean, we're talking about Hall of
Everybody
Fame
talks
players.
about MJ being the greatest.
Yeah.
He didn't win he didn't win a playoff series.
No.
Much
No.
less a ring without Pippen.
Exactly.
You know how we know that? We watched him play pre-Pippen in Chicago.
Right.
Then we watched him play post-Pippen in Washington.
Right.
Couldn't win a playoff series without it.
Yep.
Those numbers actually don't lie. They're there.
I still think Jordan owes that boy an apology.
Woo.
You figured they would be the bestest friends in the world.
No, I would look at it the exact opposite.
See, not me. If I was Jordan, I'd have a lot of respect for the man.
Nope. Jordan at his Hall of Fame speech had to cuss out his high school coach.
Right.
Well, isn't that the dude that actually drove you to be better?
Right?
Nah, forget that guy.
And he was like, fuck him.
Yep.
Not good enough for you? I'll work harder. He made you what you are, you asshole.
Yep. Same way with Barkley. He was another one.
Yeah.
That, like, no, you're too round. You're not. You can't play basketball, man.
I mean, kid's round.
Yeah.
He's still round today.
And he wasn't that big during that period of time, but he did grow.
A little bit.
Yeah,
But when he came in, he's still 6'6".
right.
Yeah.
Round mound to rebound.
Yeah.
That's one of
So
the best
weird.
nicknames.
So weird.
Yep. And now he's telling everybody else how their game should be. Man,
Yeah,
come
get
on.
out of here. Just quit it.
Jeez, come on.
Oh.
And he's talking about these super teams and all the rest of that. I'm like, you remember whenever you left?
Like, I
And-
believe you went to Phoenix for a
Yeah,
reason.
you went to Phoenix because of one reason.
Steve Nash?
No, not Nash. It was Marley at the
Oh,
time.
Marley. Thunder Dan.
Yep. He wanted to play with Thunder Dan. And who the hell? I can't even remember the other dude. But I get it. All right. But
Paula's still there?
yeah. Yeah.
Nice roster.
Yeah.
Better than any roster Philly ever put together.
Exactly. I love this part. This is the cool part. You know, I can bring back to 80s and 90s basketball, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's my problem, though.
It's not the 80s and the 90s anymore.
Dang it. So are we rapping or what?
We have been for an hour.
Yeah.
Good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up here. For those of you who are watching, like, comment, and subscribe. For those of you who are listening, the sounder's coming. Guys, it was a blast. We'll catch you next week.